A lot of money if you steal those receipts, the recordings, all of them. And I think Mona is going to wear the right time to do it. And if you do, I'm gonna be right front row center. I'm gonna be right there. This motherfucking shit. Why so much I ask everybody else? I probably got too many damn miles. That's probably what it is. I got too many miles. I'm trying to add you everyone so you can walk your thing. And I think if I can go to your page, Anthony, and see click on stuff. So I just type in names. But it be so many of everybody. I'm like, man, it ain't both There's no next. You can keep the business plan. You can keep the word. But see, I gotta like her demeanor sometimes because when she go after a bitch, that bitch she don't get mad. And then that bitch just be going on, going on, going on, and she don't give a fuck. They say something back at her, and then she's going the fuck up. I'm like, she ain't get mad at me. Yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna come over there, and I gotta go to your goddamn. Hold on, your link don't work. No, I'm gonna come over there because my live, I'm getting in my live every, now come over there. Come over there. Yeah. All right, y'all, thanks for tuning in for these 2 hours. Yeah, that's down. Did you take it up the fire? Bitch, let's not make me swollen lip, busted ass motherfucking lip, you ugly ass bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck more. Go fix your motherfucking lip before you come to five. Because five ain't stunning you. Five ain't say nothing about you. Five not worried about you. Bitch, fuck out of here, whore. Go back over there and get your coins. Stay Wilson because you ain't got no content, bitch. Fuck out of here.
Hey, baby guy. I was just on Nikki Baby's live. And I was over there chopping up. She was telling me that we were trying to get her to do the stream yard. And I told her I'd do it. Um, Now I think they coming over here. Just try to, do some comedy. We can get out of headspace for a little bit because it's, yeah, every minute stuff is getting more and more crazy. This was spontaneous too. Like I say, I was on Nikki Baby live, and I was trying to get her to bring up the string yard so we get on the panel and start, chopping it up. That's why I didn't sit down on notifications. I'm surprised you got it. With YouTube doing what they doing, but hey, I'm still learning this thing. That's for sure. Well, do I hear anything in the background? What's that?
The world looks to California.
What is that? Oh, okay. I'm lunching. Oh, I see y'all now. That's in the comments. Let's see. I see y'all here now. Now I'm trying to pull up the back. What's that? Let's see. No, that's not it. I guess I'm not doing it right. I was trying to bring up the background. Anyway, Nikki Baby was asking me when I was apologizing, and I'm trying to figure out what she was talking about. She said I was going off on the dog, and I mean I can think of 1,000 things to go about that. But did y'all see? I mean, I don't know if y'all seen or heard about it, but did y'all see? She was going down memory lane on her live. I was like, what in the hell? I guess she was just reminiscing on how that knot, was developing. Because if you look at all the videos that she was putting up, it was small, then it got bigger, and then she started trying to cover it up. Oh, it's just a pimple. It's just a pimple. Oh, everybody acting so crazy, y'all. Child, these people crazy out here. They think I look better than them, the most of them crazy. They think they got on me nothing. They ain't got nothing on me at all. I might not be all that, but I look better than them. I got a little something back there. They ain't got no backs. They all stinky and everything. Ugh. Hey, like with your mother, how you doing? Yeah, we just chopping it up. That's all. I just came off Nikki Baby Live and just came over here to be distracted from what's going on in the news. I mean, I just heard something real crazy. And I mean, it's not in my area, but in DC, a dude walked up on this baby was on a little 2-year-old was on a little bike, and they just what? Hey, Jamila, you know what Tita be driving on Benning Road? That area right there, a little kid, 2-year-old got stabbed by some dude just walked up and started stabbing a baby. But 2 years old. The baby, she, as they said on the news, that it was no life threatening, but he poked her a few times. And they just arrested him. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's like you wonder, is that the Rona making people go crazy, or is this nonsense? I mean, it's almost going to make me think this is like the end of days or something. I mean, I know we close to it, but this is how it's going to go. I mean, but I know one thing. This is almost like how the Rodney King thing it's building up like that. That's what I see. With the situation with because we had the same thing in New York last year. Not even been a whole year yet. The guy in New York, officers was on his neck and killed him. And now here it is, not even a whole year, and it happening again. But now you got more people that's involved. You got the video on them instead of just the police cameras. And then they showing that they blocking off the cameras of everything that happened on the police cameras. And then they took the truck and blocked off, the street camera. So something's up with that. Oh yes, it's definitely gonna get worse. If it get better. I mean, we got too much. We got the Rona running around, and then we got the second wave. We got to worry about that coming up soon. The summertime, people is cooped up in the house. They can't get out. And yeah, so that's driving them crazy. And they going outside anyway. And now you got, people who out here just, killing people for no reason. I mean, they've been doing it, but it's just getting a little more aggressive, especially with this president. They feel like they can just go out and, yeah, I got the back end of him, because he don't like y'all. So, yeah, we're going to do what we want to do. This is, modern day lynching. Get behind the shield and you think you're going to be saved. Well, what's the worst going to happen? You're going to get fired. Is every blue moon that they sacrifice their own and lock them up. But besides that, no. I mean, it is really, really getting crazy out there. Yeah, we definitely got to stay prayed up. That's for sure. Right, Miss B? Oh, he been on the loose. This his world, to be honest with you. I mean, how I feel about it. This his world. We just passing time here, for the ones who definitely trying to, get right. We just passing time here. And we just gotta just, keep praying. And I mean, like I was saying in my video, I mean, on my last live in my video, I was like, it's not what I'm worrying about. I already, how I feel. I can go in some more years and watch my kids, grow and hopefully see my grandkids and stuff like that. But I'm trying to be worried how the world actually going to be like, when I'm gone. How the next generation's going to be. That's what I'm afraid for. I don't even want to go nowhere. I don't want to move on because I'll be too worried about them. I mean, I know I have no control of that, but it's just a thought. You know what I mean? It's like, even though when they grown and everything, you still worry. You're like, these people, your child go out, they don't get in trouble, they don't do anything but work and take care of their family, and you gotta worry about if a police officer gonna pull them over for something stupid and kill them. And the same way we was growing up, the officer supposed to be the person that you run to when you're in trouble. But now if you're in trouble, you gotta run away from them, even if you did nothing wrong. It's crazy. This straight up crazy. This world is going. I mean, this world is already hell in the handbasket. Handing out fruit, the wrong fruit. Apples that look like oranges and oranges that look like bananas. Right. Right, Miss B. Right. But I mean, Miss B, it really does something to you though. Like like I said, what I saw on the news, what that little 2-year-old do? I mean, I know we got sick people out here. I mean, just even a couple of days ago, a grandmother got killed protecting her grandchild, and it's for what? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm glad you said something about that. I mean, they were saying in the next couple of months, they're gonna lift, this I mean, I guess whatever you're gonna call it, they want to lift this epidemic, of the government controlling the courts on what is that, people renting and on a mortgage. So basically, it's about to be a set out fest. Because when the courts open up, I mean, they don't if they don't pass a bill, even if they pass a bill, that's only going to go but so long, especially if they ain't got no job. So, I was looking at this lady. She was uh-oh, off-duty DC officer considered a lifesaver for fire. Okay, nah, forget him. But no, you know, man, I understand that, but I'm gonna talk. Yeah, I'm gonna talk all that money. What are you gonna do? I'm not making no money off of this. This is something me to release by talking instead of me going out there and being like that woman with the hammer, going out there and busting somebody in the head. So this is my release. This is how I release my anger. You know, so I mean, what's the worst they gonna do? Put my page down. Okay, that's not gonna stop me from talking. you know, it's just wow. But no, I mean, again, what's going to happen in the next couple of months? Things is about to get real crazy, and nobody's paying attention. I mean, really, it's about to get. I mean, right now it's crazy, but it's really going to get crazy because no jobs. People going to start getting desperate, real fast. And you're right. Zuckerberg spoke up. Right. But things are about to get real crazy real fast when you got 60%. I just saw $2.1 million last week on unemployment claims. 2.1 million. So for the states that's already opened up, I don't know what the procedures there, but again, when we had the our money crisis, a little while back, you remember how that went? I think that was back right before Clinton took over, and we was in a Great Depression. Not the Great Depression, but was in depression, and Clinton, actually turned it around. But before then, it got real bad. What was that? 2002, 2003, and people was killing their whole. I mean, at least around here, like in Virginia, it was doctors. They lost their job and they killed their whole family in the house. And the grandmother got away, and then down the block from that same area, a man shot his wife, shot his son, and then turned the gun on himself. Because it was no jobs. And they didn't want to go through, trying to take a less paying job or they didn't want to give up their life. So they just took their life. And that's what's about to happen. Watch my word. Like you said, it's going to get worse. But the problem is a lot of these jobs that's taken away, I guarantee you 50, it'd be hopefully 50% of them will get their jobs back. Hopefully. With technology in place right now, a lot of people who was either liked or not pulling a lot of the weight, but because they've been there a long time, they They just need an excuse. So a lot of these jobs who took a loss as well is not going to be able to pay these people. Hey Janice, how you doing? Yeah, so how we going to recoup a lot of that? You know what I mean? There's no way. There's no way. Either they put out an order, to these loan companies and these commercial properties to chop up that the 3 months. It's gonna be people they're gonna do what they can to. You're right, exactly. The crime rate in all now, not different states, all states, because all the states was affected. All states were affected. Now, some of them worse than others, like these big, California, like LA, San Diego, uh, Texas. I don't know about San Antonio, but you got Port Arthur, you got Dallas, um, you got Little Rock, you got Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia. You got all different cities in Florida, and then come up the East Coast. You got DMV. Then you got the tri-state area of New York, Boston, Connecticut. Then you got, Jersey, Philly, Delaware. Delaware, real serious. Delaware ain't playing with nobody. They see an out-of-state tag and they on lockdown. Oh, they making sure that you go somewhere and you stay put for 2 weeks before you do anything. They not caring. They about theirs. Oh yeah, I know it's up now, Jamila, but you ain't see nothing yet. Watch. This is not but a repeat. But look at it. You got the president. Look at everything. It's almost like the Bermuda Triangle. Look who we have a president. That's the first thing. All right. Second thing is now we had the pandemic, and look what the pandemic has done. What does look like a recipe to? A whole bunch of nonsense, a whole bunch of craziness, and a whole bunch of stuff is about to really, really go down. The S ain't hit the fan yet. It ain't hit the fan yet. It has not hit the fan yet. But we need to really, really start getting prepared. And I know a lot of us are already prepared, but you can never be too prepared. I don't like firearms, but you gotta have one because it's gonna be if you're working and you got 30% or 40% of your neighborhood that is what's that? Oh, my shoulder. Okay. If you got 30% of your or 40% of your neighborhood that is about to get set out and don't have no job, and they got kids, they got bills to pay, and they trying to keep a roof over their head for their family. You don't think they'll come and, the one who come and ask for sugar or ask for anything or whatever the case may be, you don't think they will bust in your door because your electricity is on? You're the only one in the neighborhood got electricity on? Your house out of the whole block has got electricity and nobody else's electricity is out? It's just crazy. It's really, really crazy. Really crazy. I'm like, you it's just going to get bad. And my thing is you have to try to be as prepared as possible because when you that only president in the neighborhood or one of the people start looking at you funny. People start like, okay, this person got a job, this and that, and they're gonna go for broke. You're gonna have innocent people turn to criminals. That's how easy you can turn to a criminal. Desperation. Desperation will make you do anything. Right, Jamila. Right. They don't. They don't at all. I mean, and the thing with the jobs, like I said, the same thing with the jobs. They're not going to able to have any what you call it way to pay people when they took a loss themselves. They're gonna have to drop people. So, like I said, for people thinking they getting their jobs back. I mean, I hope they get their jobs back. But like any other business to survive, if they taking a loss, especially like you look at the restaurant business, they barely holding on, but they getting help and they're doing what they can. But what about all the other jobs? You know, the people who work 2 or 3 jobs. Like they working at 7-Eleven, they working at the gas station, and they hold down some, other little part-time job, and all those jobs are closed. Here in Maryland, people ain't getting their unemployment, and they ain't got nobody to talk to, nobody to text, nobody to email. They just have to wait. The governor come on and say, "Hey, just be patient. This and that is coming. We don't have that many people to process everything." But the bill collector not waiting. I mean, they're waiting now because they're forced to wait. But when that goes, it's going to be a free fall, and people going to start getting But for the ones who, like I said, desperate, right? I mean, it's not the point. Well, they said they weren't going to answer the phone because they didn't have the workforce to do it. They were just doing the process. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. We talking about Pennsylvania, Jamila? Are you in Pennsylvania or Detroit? I couldn't remember. I knew you up north. I remember Tita talking about, but I couldn't remember exactly where. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely for people who Jersey. Okay, yeah, I love Jersey. I love Jersey. I've been up there in Jersey City. Also, I've been down in Camden. I worked there across from Philly off of Route 130. That's when I was doing telecommunications. Cell tower. Well, I was working for Sprint at the time. And I did a lot of traveling up there. Well, they're in Delaware. I would say they pretty much safe. Delaware is holding and take care of their own. Now, Maryland, on the other hand, yeah, that's a wish-washy. Some counties is taking care of their own, and some counties not. So, mm-hmm. I mean, and then they talking about, everything's changing when you look at how they trying to do the restaurant for people sitting in. You got to be 6 feet apart. They putting these big ass, like look like round bumper, what do you call them, like tires around you, so you be spaced out from other people, or you go to sit outside, or when you go to a football game, it's got to be every 4 or 5 seats. That's the way we're gonna be living in the next few years, or as time goes on. Now, this the new way of living. I mean, it's just crazy. It's real crazy. You're in New Jersey. Yes. The next 12 months. Oh, you moving, Jamila? Come back down this way? I'm just wondering how things is. I mean, again, I'm not too much worried, you know, of how things are going to be. I'm worried about my kids, you know, what they're going to have. I mean, look at how graduation was for all the kids, you know. This is something that I mean, this is crazy. I mean, I think they should have a do over, but how do you take the whole world and do it over, you know, for the few months that we just lost makes a big difference. It don't seem like it, but how do you make the whole world change, you know, or do a do over, you know, for the kids to do the graduation and people get a chance to get their jobs back, and how do you do that? You know, this ain't like one state, this ain't no like one city, this ain't not like a small town that's rebuilding. This pretty much the whole world, but for us here. Exactly. But then after they graduate, you know, you know how those student loans are. You know, are they going to, unless they're in medical or, you know, some type of, you know, tech, but all depends on what type of tech, or first responders, where they can actually worry about start paying those loans off if everything shut down to get a job or going into their career. Then what's going to be crazy too is when everything start coming back up, they're going to about. I mean, they're going to take some people that come out of school, but they're going to also want people who already experienced, and it's going to be a lot of those, you know, looking for a job, and that's going to mess up with the kids from coming out of school trying to get a job. Better start running some of that paper money. Yeah, I mean, they can run all the paper money, but you got to have the wealth to make sure that it's covered. You know, we got to match the how much money you put out there. We have to have the what's it? She is lucky. She's an accountant and work in her field. Yeah, that's good. I guess you probably can work for herself and yeah, yeah, work from home and basically have clients come to her. I mean, that's what a lot of doctors' offices and stuff doing now with that coding and stuff like that. You know, instead of going through a whole, you know, having a HR department, you know, it'd be cheaper just to have a person who do billing and coding or like accounting, and boom, you know what I mean? They save a lot more money, and that's what people is going for. You know, convenience, and that puts more people out of work. And they still trying to push robots. I mean, robots can't do everything, but they definitely trying to put the robots or AIs or what you want to call them to take over for a lot of jobs in the next 10, 15 years from now. Yeah, right. Exactly. They need it. They need it. I mean, when we was coming up, you had free reign of trades to do, not even trades, even, I mean, think about it. They don't even have architecture no more. It's either graphic design or stuff like that. But people who pay for school, I have friends who also took architecture, and none of them get a job with it. They had to change their whole, all that money for their schooling for architecture, and now they had to change their whole life and get into something else. Right, right. But now with the technology, it's different. I mean, and the sad thing too for the generation, they're more rely they rely more on the technology instead of using their own brain. You take their phone from them, you take the computer from them, where they gonna be at? What they gonna do? I mean, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. Still pay that bill. Well, Jamila, I'm about to jump off. Like I said, I jumped on earlier to see, um, Nikki Baby one was bored. And I just put a stream yard, um, just to bring everybody on, to chop it up. I didn't have really too much to talk about. I try to stay with the news and try to get some laughs. But we back in the. I mean, it's hard not to talk about because it's all around us. So everything that's going on. But I'll be back on. I'm going to the bushes and I'm about to eat. Just woke up not too long ago. So I'll talk to y'all. I appreciate you coming by, and I'll talk to you later.